popped up to me, and I had to just like I had to get it, man. Like I this is a topic I could not pass up, like literally, right? So I couldn't. And I'm just getting the Facebook stream in right now, and then I'm gonna dig right into this because this is all about, obviously the boys is gonna be coming back, and we know people are gonna be digging this show out, and deservedly so. This is one of my favorite shows, right? But man, at times with this show, man, at times I'm just like, what? Like, what's really going on? Let me type this in here. Homelander. Right. This is just the reason why I latched onto this scene. Honestly, was because it's this is one of the more disturbing scenes I think in the series, and this says a lot. Like I've been watching this, I've been watching this thing steady since season one, right? Like honestly, since season one. Like I had to catch up on season one, but after that, I was solid. But I was solidly in the mix, right? I haven't missed a season. I've kind of done the back research. Obviously, I do this, you know, because right, I do it because I'm also doing it for the live streams and all that stuff. So I'm deep into the show, right? Deeper than like, your average bear, right? And that's the thing that's kind of crazy about this, right? Is that after watching like a couple of years of doing this show, of watching this show, I'm still floored a lot of times by what this show actually does, right? Like the show's crazy. The show is utterly crazy for a lot of reasons. And let me start off with this. Like this particular scene is to me just bad shit, right? Because okay, what you have here is Homelander goes to this guy Doppelganger, right? And obviously, with the name Doppelganger, it's not hard to guess what his abilities are. He can take on the form of anybody. Now, Homelander, if you remember, had this really strong relationship with this woman here, Madelyn Stillwell, right? Let's bring Madelyn Stillwell up to the top of the show, right? Madelyn Stillwell, who of course was played by the actress Elizabeth Shue, and she was his primary handler, and they had like a deep relationship, right? It was a deep relationship that got physical at some point. I'm gonna assume when he was a teenager, when he first started coming out, right? Because he developed this fixation with her, and particularly her breast, right? And that was the big thing. Again, that's no pun intended. But this is obviously aptly portrayed by the actress Elizabeth Shue, and all her shoeness never fails us whenever we need her to put her boobs on display. And this was the crux of her and Homelander's relationship, which is already weird, right? This is already weird, but not given like how Homelander was not raised, did not have love and attention and all that stuff. Like it was all weird for him. This was not surprising, right? But what we get out of this is he's got this fixation on her, right? Mad fixation on her and her boobs. And at some point she gets pregnant, so there's breast milk involved, and there's this whole thing. Now, the interesting thing is she was his handler, and she lost control of him, and he does kill her. Spoiler alert, right? He does kill her, so she's gone. This is where Doppelganger comes in and starts getting weird. Even more weird, I should say, like because he's already like on her breast milk at this point, right? So Doppelganger, this guy right here who is Doppelganger, right? Doppelganger is like, hey, I will play your Madelyn Stillwell. And guess what? He does. So he kind of morphs. So when you're seeing Madelyn Stillwell right here, that's not Madelyn Stillwell. That's actually Doppelganger. Which is weird because now you got Homelander and this guy kind of engaged in this like kind of intimate, setting. Like he's snuggling with him, right? He's got his head in his breast. He's talking to him, good boy. All the stuff that you killed, that Madelyn Stillwell did, it didn't stop you from killing her, right? So that's what goes down. You still kill Madelyn Stillwell, right? That's how it happens, right? Absolutely. So now it's you and this guy, which is really weird. So like what's going on with Homelander it's really a lot, man. I've really been trying to figure this out in my head, like what's really going on inside your head that this is where you're at with it, right? Like, I know, man. I know he's weird, but like for some reason, out of all the weird stuff they've done on this show, this has really hit me hard, man. And I'm not sure why, but I'm like, man, there's just so much stuff going on here. I'm not even talking about Doppelganger yet. I'm not even talking about Doppelganger yet. Because, like, okay, so Homelander, if you really just had it for Madelyn Stillwell like that, why'd you kill her, right? This is an easy one to solve, right? Not like it changed your life substantially, not having Madelyn around. Okay, so there's that. And then, but then you, like, I'm just trying, I don't think I could just, clearly you're turned on by this woman. There's no female, because it's weird, man, because it's like, it's still this dude. And I'm just saying, man, I'm not trying to bang on my man whoever who's the actor, but I'm just saying this is a tough cover right here when you know this is what it is, right? This is a tough cover right here, man. This is a tough mental hurdle when I know it's that. Like, and apparently he gets into the role, like that's his thing. Like he has a whole nother set of things that I'm gonna talk about here as well. But Homelander, man, like I just feel like there's so much going on inside this guy's noodle that they're giving us that it's really, really scary. Like, it's really is scary. Like, I haven't seen, you know, when we start talking about, like, a character's descent into madness, I hope that people pay attention to what this actor and this story have done with Homelander. This is a descent into madness that we've never seen before. Homelander fucking crazy, man. He's crazy and stunted in so many ways, I can't even count him. And that's the thing, like ordinarily in this series, you would see something exactly like this. And any of us who've been watching the series the entire time, you don't even really bat an eye when you see this, man. You're just like, yeah, that's what they're doing now. It's not a big deal. And then I stopped, I'm like, man, what am I seeing here? Like, what am I just getting completely desensitized to when it comes to watching this show? Because clearly it's a lot. Clearly I'm just like zoning out of it. So, but I pause and I'm like, let me go back and let me look at this. And like, you know, the whole thing with Madelyn Stillwell is this is like his mother figure. This is a validation source. This is emotional regulator. So when he kills her, he's kind of killing the one person who had influence over him. So she was the threat to his control. So for him, killing her, like, opened up the gate to, I can do anything now. He removes his need to get the fulfillment from her. He recreates her mentally in his head. So that's kind of how you get to this point. Now, how he comes up to Doppelganger and like proposes this, I don't know. We know it's gonna be weird because like you gotta tell him what she used to say to you and all that stuff. So he has these two competing selves. Like, you know, again, he has this like, I think he has a split, man. He has his image self, this, you know, this perfect hero that he thinks he's loved by the public, who thinks he's a god, who says he's a god. And then you have the one inside who's like, he knows he's lonely. Like, all this stuff he's feeling, he knows it. Whenever you see somebody displaying something, they know they're doing that shit too. Like, when you're insecure, you feel insecure. They don't just behave insecure, right? You are insecure. So all that stuff he goes on, and he sees this reflection, and then, like, it's weird because all that emotion comes out on Doppelganger. Spoiler alert, Doppelganger doesn't make it. You won't see Doppelganger in the new season because Doppelganger is dead, right, in season whatever I'm watching right now. I think it's season 3, right? Because Madelyn Stillwell's gone. But, man, it's a brutality because all the stuff that Homelander is playing out in his own noodle cake, he ends up, you know, killing Doppelganger. But not in this form. So Doppelganger is in the Madelyn Stillwell form. As they're getting tighter and they're talking, Doppelganger loses control, turns back to that, which is clearly a problem. Homelander intentionally doesn't look at him so he doesn't break the illusion, but he can hear the voice. And then he switches back. And then he goes into the Homelander form. Like, he's like, yeah, I can be Homelander. I think he turned into Maeve. Somebody, like, I think it was Maeve. But then he turned to Homelander himself to go and, like, pleasure himself, which he didn't really, like, I like myself too, but I don't want to see me doing that. You dig what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to see me down there doing that, man. Come on, me. I got more respect for us than that, right? Like, that's just where it's at with it. So, no, I don't want to see that. No, I don't want to see that going down, right? Like, I don't want to see me servicing the dude. It's still me. I don't know how the rest of you guys feel about it, but me is always down for me, no matter where the me's are. All of us look out for each other. That's just baked in the cake, man. All my alternate dimension me's, we're all looking out for each other. So we'll never put the other one down, man. Never. That's not how we roll, okay? So when we start putting all this together, like, it's about him. It's about Madelyn Stillwell. It's like she still is his validation. She's his comfort. And what can he do? He still needs it. Like, he still needs it. Now, when he sees the reflection of himself, I didn't sense that I talked to some people about it. I don't sense that he fell in love with it because he was able to kill that form that looked just like him. And that's the thing. I wouldn't be able to kill me either, right? So this is kind of where he is. And it's like a deeper, like I said, it's brilliantly written and executed if you pay attention to the details of what's going on in Homelander's noodle. And I just wanted to highlight this. That's even before I get to Doppelganger, who's just got to be as jacked up in the head. Like, out of all the characters in this, I think he's subtly like, man, the gecko, the guy who was letting people chop his arms off, man, like, you're messed up in the head too, man. Like, that's severe, man. I don't know if they let you know that when Compound V came along, like, some serious disturbed mental state. They are all jacked up in the head. So, like, man, for this dude, it's powerful on him. Like, because he really inhabits these roles. So now he's in the role and he's talking to you like, oh, you're such a good boy. And I can't do it in the Madelyn Stillwell way. Not the way he can. I don't have the Compound V running through my enhancements. But he takes it on as if it's him. And it's pretty damn convincing, which is weird because it's like, what's going on in sort of your head, right? And I know in that moment, he was panicking when he took on a different form. He took on the Homelander form, thinking, okay, you ain't going to want to kill me because I look like you. And then he's like, the one thing I can do to make you happy is give you a blowjob. So he attempts to do that, and that gets him killed. I mean, so just like lack of respect for yourself. The lack of the lack of self-respect is just glaring. Like, it's a sad testament. Like, this guy he is extreme submission. He is like identity dependency. He gets it all from who you want him to be. And it's just, even if you give that much of yourself, it's still not enough. You still got killed for that because Homelander's brain cookie is just all scattered right now. And this is one of the craziest people I've ever seen in a story, to watch his descent into madness. Like, and it's subtly, sometimes not so subtly done, but I think this was very subtly done. It says so much about how crazy this guy is that this is what gets him, like, his comfort and his relaxation, all that stuff that comes out of this. So again, this is just a brief one. If you got like 4 days or something like that. I think you got like 2 days of binging before it's back on. So I would branch up, man. Get ready. I think they drop a couple in a row, so you might have a little more time and just bang like 3 of them before anybody's way ahead of you. But I'm going to talk about it a little bit more here. I just had to touch on it a little bit just because this is what you got going on this show, and I felt like it was noteworthy.